cast all the people, we've brought them down, we've got them dressed up, we turned them into extras and then stagehands.
Right. It was a massive project that Walt's nephew, Roy Disney, kept a keen eye on. Especially when it came time for the stunt drivers to try the set on for size.
He's a showman. He's a showman for sure.
And speaking of showmen, driving this car is one of the best. Ramon "Sonny" Vernon put a successful career in movie and television stunt work on hold to head up the stunt drivers in the show. He worked with Europe's best stunt designers to choreograph the chase sequences and precision driving.
The concept of the show is how to make a movie. And for that, we need actors, SFX, video, audio, and as well, the stuntman.
Today we're going to show you what goes into making action-packed stunt sequences. My name's Jack. I'm the second unit director, and I'm in charge of today's shoot. We're just about ready. Let's run a camera check, Tony.
And I'm Amanda. I'm the second assistant director, and we're going to need your help. Okay, we're looking for first group of actors. Who wants to be in a movie?
The story is there is a secret agent who has to take an envelope, the secret envelope. And there are the bad guys and the good guys. And the bad guys has to catch the envelope from the hero.
Okay, people, we're ready. Let's do it. Show me the slate.
Valley Chase Sequence 6, take 1.
Okay, cue the first group of extras.
Okay.
So it's your standard bad guy chases good guy, secret envelope kind of plot. But hey, who really cares?
So now you're worried, okay?
This attraction is all about the glamour of movie making, together with fast guys with fast guns in fast cars. The whole sequence is shot from several angles, including a mini helicopter operated by remote control. No chopper pilot's going to get that close. The cars have a 1,300cc motorbike engine and weigh just 1,300 pounds. They're less than half the weight of a normal car, but 2.5 times more powerful. That means there's no room for error. This is precision stunt work with high stakes.
If they make a mistake, one mistake, it can be a very big problem for the show. Because if one car hits another one, that's a very big problem.
The drivers push themselves and their stunts right to the limit. They use every trick in the book, including putting a car up on 2 wheels. But for Romuald, it's all in the family. Back in 1953, his father became the first stuntman in the world to drive a car like this. The Stunt Show Spectacular lives up to its name. It's a hair-raising scene of Hollywood proportion, a definite highlight of a day at Walt Disney Studios, Paris. At first, France might seem an odd place to build a theme park dedicated to cinema, animation, and television. But in fact, Paris is the birthplace of film.
You know, the ideas and the technology has been taken to the United States, and then they created the first movies. But you know, the magic lamp comes from Prague, not from the United States.
This is the magic lamp, or lantern, modeled here in the shape of the Eiffel Tower for exhibition at the World Fair in Paris in 1889. It's a basic slide projector powered by a flame. Along with other similar creations from around Europe, these were the cutting-edge technology of the time. A year later, there was a huge technological leap when a Frenchman, Etienne Marey, designed the first movie camera, and the Lumiere brothers produced the very first moving picture. This was the beginning of a multi-billion-dollar industry.
I think what we created in the Walt Disney Studios is a theme park that shows that cinema finds its roots also in Europe.
Disney creatives decided to capitalize on cinema's European heritage, and they dreamt up an attraction that draws inspiration from Walt Disney's own passion, animation. They put it all under Mickey Mouse's Sorcerer's Apprentice hat.
As we all know, everything started with a mouse. And at Walt Disney Imagineering, our emblem is Mickey dressed as the Sorcerer's Apprentice, and that was Mickey in his first full-length animated feature, The Sorcerer's Apprentice, as part of Fantasia.
Here is Alaska is actually where the animation began.
Art of Disney Animation takes you through the history of the moving image, starting with a recreation of paintings discovered on the walls of caves in Spain.
15,000, 20,000 years ago, there were cavemen who were, amazingly enough, trying to create motion with pictures by drawing animals with more than 4 legs, for instance, and they were animators 15,000 years ago.
Much later, European inventors began exploring with a phenomenon known as the persistence of vision, where the brain retains an image for slightly longer than our eyes actually see it. By rotating a series of still images over and over, they discovered you can create the illusion of motion.
If you think about that and then you invent film, you have animation.
That's when Walt arrived on the scene and opened his first studios in 1923. He was based in Hollywood, but most of the inspiration was coming from European fairy tales. In fact, 14 of the 17 animated films made during Walt's lifetime were drawn from European legends and fables. Walt and his team very quickly became world leaders in animation, taking the craft to higher levels with new technology. Here's Walt Disney himself explaining one of his team's inventions.
This is the plan for a super cartoon camera. We call it the multiplane camera. Now, when you walk along a country road toward the moon, it certainly doesn't grow larger like this, nor does it shrink in size when you walk away from it. The trouble was we were photographing a flat two-dimensional background. So we set about making plans and blueprints for a new cartoon camera that would overcome this. The different elements in the scene were separated according to their varying distances from the viewer. This put the moon on a plane farthest away from the camera. With our original picture broken down in this manner, it is possible to control the relative speed with which each individual part of it moves to or away from the camera. But the moon remains absolutely still, and so it will always remain the same, neither growing nor shrinking in size.
You can see that actual multi-plane camera that won Walt 2 Oscars on display.